Hello and welcome Bargain and Subscription Gaming. My name is Rich. We're going to play a little more Forza Motorsport. We're going to do the Race 458 Italia GTC series. This is in the Road to Race tour. And last time at the end of the race, we saw that. Well, we can watch the intro.
Race prepped 458 Italia GT means business. Its body panels are thinner to reduce weight. The road car's clever aerodynamic details have been traded for aggressive wings and dive planes offering peak downforce. But not every aspect of this race car has improved. Regulations have limited both horsepower and peak RPM, such that in a cruel twist of fate, the Italia GTC has less power than the road car it's based on. But make no mistake, this car can get the job done. With 15 team championships and over 100 race wins, the 458 Italia GTC is one of the most successful cars Ferrari has ever produced.
All right. Now, we found out at the end of the last series that this one costs $262,000, and I have 262,300 credits. So this is going to cost me everything. All right, let's see. I think I went with like a pastel blue with my other one. How about we go? I kind of like this one here. 300 credits. Oh man. Well, we'll be back to the open tour after this for sure, unless I have the car for the next one. Alrighty, Virginia International Racing. Let's go performance and see what it'll do. We're going to get a little bit of everything, it looks like. Alrighty, and let's look at the race. It's going to be Virginia National Raceway North at 2.25 miles, 10:40 in the morning, mostly clear, 3 laps of practice, and a 6-lap rate. Alright, let's do this. 300 credits left. So at the end of this one, we'll have like 300 plus, the 1,200 or something I'll get from, starting in 12th position. Maybe a little more.
The Virginia International Raceway's North Circuit shares the same challenging Turn 1 horseshoe with the Full and Grand West circuits. You should stay on the inside line when exiting this demanding turn.
It's a demanding turn. And I could see the sun starting to move across my screen. It was cloudy. I thought I could get a couple of these done today, but I should have done it earlier instead of power washing. But I wanted the power wash. I was almost done with the job. I thought I could get this job done in just this limited amount of time I have. Oh, wow. Just sliding off the track there. I haven't even started the first lap yet. Just yapping away, sliding off the track. Definitely could use a little more handling on this thing. It slides easy. Wow, it slides easy. And we got the sun right in our face. Hopefully, by the time the actual race comes around, we won't have that problem. I have the game sun and the real sun. This is lovely. It's doubly trying to blind me here. This thing is fast. I'm used to getting the new cars in this game, and they don't go very fast. And you get this thing, and it starts out at S class or PI class, whatever that is. Expected to be a minute 42, so I'm thinking a minute 30. As fast as this thing is, I haven't screwed up too much yet. At least losing time-wise. I've screwed up in the round, but I don't think that affects your time. It just says, you know, you're not going to get that segment score on that segment when you do that, and then you get the hazard note for the lap. You don't have a perfect lap. Or a clean lap. Not perfect, whatever. I'm going to be a little over, I think. Oh, that's right. It's 3 laps. Keep forgetting that. I'm like, okay, we hit the lap, and I can switch because I got an itch on my nose. I'm trying to itch. But I got to drive for 2 more laps. So I got 133 on that one. Maybe I can get 132 on the next one. Depends on how well I pass these other guys. Oh, well, that's another not clean lap there. Some dirty turns. Lost a bit of acceleration. This thing accelerates fast. Like, you can stand to do pretty good braking on this thing because it just picks right back up. Unlike some of these other ones, it's like when you brake, it's like, oh, now you're dead in the water. This guy is going to make it hard for me to get past him, isn't he? Or maybe not. Well, he did make it hard for like 2 turns, so he did manage to keep me. I'm definitely not hitting that better time this lap. I am not getting good segment scores at all. I think I just startled my dog with that. With that bah. Black sheep. Man, it's thin Raceway. I know I've mentioned this before. This one looks like it's like the bargain basement Raceway with all the little patches and stuff on it. Your slightly used second-hand Raceway. Somebody bought for a steal and they're putting as little amount of money into it as possible to keep it going. This isn't their prestige Raceway. This is the one that they're trying to operate at a minimal cost to make sure they're always making their investment back and then some. Just drive that. If you live in a big city like Chicago, you've seen those sorts of strips of oil and tar on the street where there's the quick and easy patch fix. You roll it over. Except you think it would have to be a little better in a Raceway. Because they got to keep it even, so they can't. They have to grind it out a little and then patch it. It's not just slapped over the holes like they do in the city sometimes. No, I do not want to go back for that. All right. Look at some of these cars. all cars of the future here. Oh, dude, pulled ahead of me. All pulling ahead of me. I'm getting just past left. Is another Marlboro car? It is. What is with these dudes in the freaking Marlboro cars? I am getting pushed further and further back in the pack. That is in 13th. I'm behind. I am a loser. They didn't up the difficulty on me when I wasn't looking, right? Did I just like agree to get pushed? Because they did that in one of these games where it like defaulted to you agreeing to have the difficulty pushed up. I don't remember which one it was. I hated that. Like, no, I don't want to try harder. I want to zip ahead and win. And have the AI can't cheat for me. Thank you. Thank you very much. 5 positions there. All at once. It is so much easier once the pack spreads out a little. Because they really keep you boxed in early on. Third, and second, and first. Yeah. Maybe they just like to make you work for it on that first lap, and then the guy's like, "Alrighty, we'll let you win now." We don't want to make it too easy. They always equate challenge with fun, and I do not. I mean, sometimes you want some challenge. I am not always one of those people, especially in my racing games. I just want to win. Because I always find the challenge just means that the last segment of the race, suddenly the other drivers get good and zip ahead of you before you can do anything about it. Like, your turns have to be perfect, or, you know, you spend all that time early in the race struggling to get up to first place, and then you hit that last lap or 2 laps, and it's just this constant battle with the like 1 or 2 other cars who are gonna, you know, be driving almost perfectly. And if you screw up at all, let them get any space in on you, you know, they're gonna just zip right past you. And usually you can hit rewind in this sort of thing, and it's not a problem. You can then redo your turns until you get it right. But they like to do it just that final bit, so they're just passing you as you get to the finish line. And that is why I don't like to play on harder AIs. I don't need that kind of stress in my life. The world is more stressful enough. Wish you got more credits for every lap. Walk away from this one with a little extra. And I don't know if I'm close enough to another milestone driver level where they'll give me like, oh, you've hit this level, here's 25,000 credits. You think they give you bigger ones as you get to these higher ones, because like every single one of these cars starts costing so much money. I mean, I know they expect you also to like be earning credits through multiplayer and stuff like that, but I don't play the multiplayer. I'm not that good a driver. We all know that. I play these games because I like, you know, to get views, and I like to yap. Blood runs cold. That's what I'm thinking. Like these midnight runners, you know, the baby blues. Centerfold, we'll call this car, it's the centerfold. So much more like fun to get down the lap, at least for me. I mean, I know I also suffer from the like, where I've told you guys before, where you kind of get hypnotized by it all, but I much prefer navigating these things when I'm not trying to weave through all the guys ahead of me who are making it difficult to get past. WeatherTech. And WeatherTech liner for one of Dad's minivans. I believe that's the one he gave to my niece. And she is trained to be a vet, so she'll have that going for her. Nice, like, lined vehicle to keep animals. You know.
One more lap. Great race.
There we go. Great race. In our pretty blue car. And we made 1,300 credits, so now we have 1,305. Or 13.5. Oh my goodness. Next time it's going to be the Kyalami Grand Prix Circuit. The Grand Prix Circuit at 2.81 miles. It'll be 6:40 evening. Partly cloudy. 3 laps practice and a 5-lap race. Alrighty. Thank you all for watching. You guys want to see more Forza Motorsport? Let me know in the comments if there's other games on Game Pass or PS Plus. Games are free to play. Games are how you're interested in. You can write that down in the comments as well. I'll try to get to them as soon as possible. And I'll see you guys all next time.